Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. Ain't no mileage of $4 configure the road I travel. Don't gravel, that probably baffle it. Label scribble on paper, they wanna shackle it. I own my masters and royalties, you can't raffle it. Wrist drip like a mango, fingertip like I'm Thanos. Knocking doors down, no bangles. Without a Kango, tailor-made. Walk with a limp, them bands is heavy, I need a brace. I am money, I guess the world is just a safe combination needed, not a coca key. I'm the extra lighter on the dresser. I know you need it, smoking out the competition, pouring up, we undefeated. What you heard, let's hear we eatin', talking about extra with a splash, extra acting bad, pull it like parades on parades, extra with a slab, pay what it call for the tab, extra with the band, young Crystal King, better add extra on the. I go extra to be great, I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake, I got extras on the plate, I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Nyheim Hines, his first carry, and he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of it.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
3 down. 17, guys. Check him out. He's going to sit right over the middle. Watch his hand. Check.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. He'll get this to about the 38. This defense for the Chiefs, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll try the wide side with Cook. And some room to maneuver. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. First down, here's the run with Cook. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 45 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
On second down, Cook. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll run with Cook, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. This is Hines. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Being chased out left. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bills are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
58 for Mike, 58 for Mike. Check, check, check.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they've played. I mean, the defense, too, really. But they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0, that's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with these wins and no losses, I think the seriousness of the situation, it just has to ramp up.
Yeah, and when you do...
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Jair Elam makes a pick. And the Bills are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Allen looks to throw on second down. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he is going to have a Bills first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Allen. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll try the middle with Cook. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
They try again with Cook. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Bills have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So a toss play there does the trick as he's into the end zone.
And you don't run this unless you're sure you've got a guy who has the speed who can get to the edge, because what you're hoping for him to win the race to the corner and turn it upfield to the end zone.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
A well-executed 22-yard gain. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. Tackled on the play by Kyer Elam.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. On play action, it's Mahomes. Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They run it again with Cook. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, fans of old school football, they got to be loving this partner. All 3 drives so far have ended in a touchdown, and all 3 on the ground.
And when you say fans of old school football, count me in, because you just don't see ground games dominate the scoring by pounding the rock like this anymore. To me, this is refreshing.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Across the formation, Hardman gets the completion. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Meanwhile, Mahomes throw into the hands here of Hardman. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Rolling to his right. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to cut into that deficit. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
122 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. From midfield, here's Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Another try after the first down sack. Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Allen. Dancing to his left. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. They'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the 25 on second down, Mahomes. Open man downfield is Hardman. He's got it. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 75 yards. And the Chiefs get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 21-17. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
On the run is Nwangu, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
58, come on. 58, come on. All day, just like that. Just like that.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Working from the gun, Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. A big completion there against double coverage. And Charles, One of those guys had a pick on him earlier.
Yeah, so he didn't allow that to deter him at all, did he? In fact, it probably was a challenge. Okay, you got to pick me for? It's my turn now to make the big play, and that's exactly what he did.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Chiefs are back within a couple of the lead.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, one by land, two by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
Hey, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Keon Crossan. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Matt Milano. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On 1st down, they'll run with Nwangu. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Kene Nwangu, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front. Butker now to add the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, trying to help him shake it off because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise,
that's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Bills are an extra point away from evening this one up. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown, Mecole Hardman. He has career touchdown number 78, tying it with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Chiefs are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will tie our game here in the third. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
172 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all Lebanon defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Looking left sideline, it's complete. Touchdown, Bills. A great play there. 36 yards. And the Bills have broken the tie. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And, Charles, the name of the game last time, efficiency. Their very first snap, they connected for a quick touchdown.
They get more value than just the points from that series as well. Only needing one play, it keeps the entire offense rested up. Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
On first down, Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Mahomes now on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted.
Jair Elam makes a pick, and the Bills are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play.
So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. So after the INT, it's Allen. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook.
And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Third down, here's a run by Cook. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
He's checking.
Throwing on first down is Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards that time for number 14. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Boy, 194 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They run with Hines.
George Karlaftis, the man to bring him down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down.
Right there, 54, right there.
They'll try the wide side with Cook. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. Taking it about the 16. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
Finding Hardman. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Mahomes locates Hardman for another catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His big game continues. 10 catches now and another first down. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it, but they've got to continue to move quickly.
Mahomes.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Mahomes. That's going to be caught by Tony. On the move past the 40.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 19 yards that time for number 19. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stopped. At every opportunity.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Mahomes will throw.
Catch is made by Hardman. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
Mahomes. That's Hardman bringing another one in.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down.
Here's Mahomes.
And it's caught. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Now Allen. He gets this complete to Diggs.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down.
Allen.
And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
Allen.
And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Chiefs are going to have this short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So the Bills going to be the first to get it as we are back underway here in overtime.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal. We continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
Here's Cook again. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Cook on the toss left. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. First throw of overtime for Allen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
Here's Michael Pilardi now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick 6, fumble return. You can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Room here to run. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. That good for 19 at a 1st down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a give running right, Nwangu. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown.
GG's, the greatest of all time. That's me, dollar bill. Y'all know what it is. I holler at y'all.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game